At some point, you don't lose the connection with your kids because of something you did. There's no argument, no fallout, no clear line where things changed. It's quieter than that. It happens in the middle of everything else going on in your life and it sneaks up on you over time. Today, I'm talking about how you became disconnected with your kids. And I've got a couple tips on making sure that you recognize it before it's too late. While you're working in the middle of your life, you've got things to do. You've got responsibilities to take care of. You're trying to stay ahead of bills and kid schedules and everything that comes with being a father. And your kids? They're growing into their own lives at the same time. School starts taking up more of their time. I mean, they're gone for like 30% of the day with school. Then it's practices and games and friends outside the house. And before you even realize it, you're both busy, just in different directions. And at some point, you're not even passing each other in the doorway. You know, I remember there was a stretch of time where I started to notice that the house was getting a little more emptier every day. Not in a bad way, just a little more silent. I'd get home from work and the house wasn't the same as it used to be. You know how it is. As soon as you open up the door, somebody's hanging on your legs. One's dressed in a Halloween costume and running through the house screaming. And the third one, I don't know, he's probably hiding in a closet someplace. You get the picture. That's what home feels like. It's a little chaotic, but it's comfortable. But now, one of the kids is out at practice, another one's in their bedroom, and somebody else has plans with their friends. And I find myself standing there thinking, when did this all start happening? This isn't how it used to feel. And it wasn't because anybody did anything wrong, it was just life moving forward. We're all getting older, and when your kids are younger, our lives overlap naturally. They depend on us as parents for everything. That dependence means that we've spent a lot of time together. They need us for meals and bath time and bedtime stories, but as they get older, their world expands. And yours stays full, but in a different way. And what I didn't realize at this time was we weren't losing our connection, we're just no longer sharing the same time together. At some point in our lives, there's a fork in the road that forces your kids to start walking their own path. It's not bad, just the reality of life. And the longer you let that go, the easier that the distance around us seems to feel normal. And that's when it hit me. If I want to stay connected, I just couldn't wait for time to stand still and happen like it used to. I had to go to where their time was happening. And like a lot of things, it's all about choices. If you're just going to wait around and deal with things as they come at you, you have to deal with those consequences of deliberately choosing not to deal with them. For an example, I know the garbage at the curb is picked up every Friday morning at my house. If I don't bring those cans down to the curb, then my garbage isn't going to get picked up. I made a choice not to bring those cans down to the curb on Thursday night. And now I have to hear about how much the garbage cans stink in the garage all week. The choice was not bringing the cans down, and the consequence is hearing about how much they smell all week. It's here that I decided that I have to make a choice. That meant showing up differently. Not just being home, but being where my kids are. Like going to games even when I was tired, or sitting through practices even when I didn't feel like it. Being present at things that I didn't always understand, but it mattered to them. Because that's where they are now. When they're younger, our connections happen in my world. When they get older, those connections need to happen in their world. Clearly, if you want independence for your children, you need to let them experience life away from you. And I'm not suggesting that you helicopter parent your children, but you have to decide to make choices that bring you into your child's life, instead of waiting to spend time with them as they get older. We all get busy as parents, and this is just to recognize that as your kids grow, they start getting busy too. If they're at school all day and then practice till 6 p.m., then homework after that, how much time does that leave you to spend time with them? Now multiply that by 18 years. That lost time really starts to add up. And if this is something that you're starting to see in your own life, I actually put together a simple guide that breaks this down a little bit deeper. The small things that create distance and how to start fixing it. It's totally free and the link is in the description. So if you're disconnected from your kids, it usually doesn't mean something's broken. It usually just means your lives stopped overlapping in the ways that they used to. And if you want that connection back, you have to make some choices that step you back into their lives where it's happening now. This is the kind of content that I'm building here, for men trying to figure this out in real time. If you see yourself in this, drop a comment and let me know. If there's something that you're going through and you want to deal with right now, leave it in the comments or in the community tab. I read all of it. And I build these videos from those conversations because life isn't hacked, it's built. And I'll see you in the next one.